AEW is back in New Jersey. They're at the Prudential Center tomorrow night for AEW Collision. You can also check it out on TNT at 8 o'clock Eastern. Friend of the program, Anthony Bowens, is part of a former tag team champions in AEW, the Acclaimed. Anthony Bowens is a huge baseball fan, played collegiately, also used to work here at MLB Network behind the scenes in our production staff. But you and your cohorts are going to be wrestling House of Black tomorrow. Tell me something. Tell me this. How do you develop chemistry? Because obviously with your opponents, you have to work with them in order to put on a good show. How do you develop chemistry with opponents? How do you tell a good story in the ring? How does that work?
You either have it or you don't. And in this case, I don't care about chemistry. We care about winning the trios titles tomorrow night and live in Newark, New Jersey. So all that stuff goes out the window. We're in for a fight.
All right. Let's talk about the merch there for the Acclaimed. Everyone loves the Acclaimed.
It's true. It's a fact of life.
Tell me about how you and Max and Billy Gunn, how that all came together as a team and a collective.
It was a very, very natural thing. We had a story going where Billy's sons teamed with us. Everybody hated them. Everyone loved the Acclaimed. And everyone picked up that Billy enjoyed tagging with us more than his own sons. And then once the scissoring phenomenon took off, it became a thing, and we became the most popular thing in pro wrestling.
And like a veteran in the clubhouse, Billy Gunn is that veteran in your clubhouse, in the AEW locker room. How is he like behind the scenes and in the locker room with the boys?
Billy's the man. He's a scary man, but he's literally the best. And at 59 years old, he is in phenomenal.
59?
59.
Unbelievable shape.
Phenomenal shape. Looks better than most 20-year-olds. I aspire to be him when I get older.
Now, as I mentioned, you've been in the wrestling game for a while. Where do you feel like you're at in terms of skills? Are you at your peak? What are you trying to work on? Those kind of things.
I'm one of the best performers in the world, the most critically acclaimed superstar in all of AEW, the 5-tool player, the Scissor King. That's Anthony Bowens, baby.
I mentioned your love of baseball. You played collegiately. Refresh our memory. How did the love of baseball, how'd that come to be?
Well, my dad brought me to so many MLB games when I was a kid. As you can see, there's my Little League photo.
Yeah, there you go.
I started playing in 2001. I played all through high school. It was all group, all conference, all area, all county, all that stuff. Played at Seton Hall University for 2 years, 2 years at Montclair State University. And then I stopped to become a pro wrestler, and fast forward 11 or 12 years, and here we are at AEW, gunning for the trios titles live on TNT.
I check out your Instagram. I follow you on Instagram, and I saw that earlier this summer you were in San Francisco. You're a huge fan of the San Francisco Giants.
Huge.
You have to feel great about where they're at right now. Now, did you catch a foul ball?
That, Wade Jr. threw me that in Toronto.
Nice. Now, when you go to games, are you one that keeps score?
I do. That was a tradition my dad taught me.
Interesting.
There's a couple rules. We have to get there at least 15 minutes before batting practice starts.
Yeah.
We have to stay into the final out. Third one being we have to keep score. And I have a thing now where since we're traveling every single week to a different city, if the Giants are in the area or if I haven't been to a ballpark before, I'll go. I don't care if it's by myself. I'll keep score, keep the tradition alive, and I just have a good time.
The Giants, I said you have to be feeling good about where they're at right now. They started a little slowly, a little bumpy, but they are certainly finding their stride. Where do you think the Giants are when you look at the landscape there in the National League West?
Well, we're playing hot baseball. 2 games back of the Dodgers. I think we can pass them. I cannot stand the Dodgers. I live in Los Angeles now, so it kind of sucks. But I'm feeling pretty good, and hopefully we can get Ohtani. There's all those rumors going around. Put a nice trade package together and convince him to stick around, because we haven't, even though we've had a ton of franchise guys, we haven't had that big, massive superstar power hitter since Barry. So I would love to see Ohtani in a Giants uniform, and let's get some home runs going back into the Bay.
What do you see from Patrick Bailey behind the plate?
Oh, don't run on him. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it, guys. Bailey's going to gun you down.
What position did you play coming up?
I was an outfielder.
Outfielder.
High school I was in center field. Seton Hall was in left field. Montclair State I was in right field. Led the conference in assists. Don't run on me.
Don't run on Anthony Bowens as well. Okay. I mentioned the merch that you can find on AEW.
Shop AEW.com.
ShopAEW.com. It's the scissor. And we obviously know something about that as well because this play has been featured prominently on this particular program. I dare say, Anthony, that maybe this was the origination of the scissor gimmick for the Acclaimed, right?
Well, we have a similar move now that we call Scissor Me Timbers, where Max body slams the guy and he picks his legs up in the air, and I go to the top rope and I do exactly that. I leg drop the guy's lower regions.
Yeah.
And, it's very painful.
So you're in New Jersey tomorrow night at the Prudential Center. A little bit later this summer in September, you're going to be at Arthur Ashe Stadium there in Queens. But I think in between that, you guys are going to be in London for the first time as a company, correct?
Yes, looking past Collision tomorrow night, the biggest show in All Elite Wrestling history is going to be at Wembley Stadium. 70,000 tickets already sold. Tickets are still available. It's going to be absolutely insane. One of the biggest shows in professional wrestling history.
Is that going to be the biggest show of your life?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and I'm excited for it. I can't wait to get out there because I keep seeing the feedback from the UK fans, and they are ready to scissor. And as a matter of fact, Rofo, would you like to scissor?
I mean, here in front of everyone?
On MLB Network?
Sure. Why not?
Throw them up?
Throw them up. This way? This way?
There you go. Warm them up a little bit because it's an electrifying experience.
Okay.
Rear back.
What are you laughing at back there?
No laughter. This is a very serious moment on MLB Network, everyone. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go.
There we go.
He forgot the tongue, but it's okay.
All right. That's the most important part sometimes. Hey, the London show is going to be in August, right?
In August.
Okay.
Yes.
For tickets, do you think there's any tickets available tomorrow?
There are still tickets available. Head to Ticketmaster.com.
Go to Ticketmaster.com. August 27th in Wembley, and then in September, back in the tri-state, they're going to be for AEW's Grand Slam show there in Queens at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Anthony, great as always to catch up with you, my man.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Keep sustained success. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
You and the Acclaim. Everybody loves the Acclaim.
Everyone loves the Acclaim, baby.